Welcome to online studies of Ashadip International School. Standard 10, Subject Mathematics, Chapter 3, Pair of Linear Equation. So let's start with the continuous sum of exercise 3.2 and the second sum. So what is the second sum? And that is 2x minus 3y is equals to 8 and 4x minus 6y is equals to 9. So first of all we need to convert this into the standard general form, and that is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, right? So we need to move this 8 onto the another side of equals and 9 onto the another side of is equals. So it's nothing but the 2x minus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0 and 4x minus 6y minus 9 is equals to 0. Okay, now let's move ahead. So we need to put here 2 upon 4, that is a1 upon a2. So what is 2 upon 4? 2 and 2 cut. So what is the answer? 1 upon 2. Similarly here, if we put this into the denominator, minus cut, and this is the answer 1 upon 2. See here 1 upon 2. But here minus and minus cut, but we cannot cut out 8 or 9, right? So that is why answer is 8 upon 9. See here, a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is not equals to c1 upon c2. So therefore, these linear equations are parallel to each other and thus have no possible solution. Hence, the pair of linear equations is consistent, right? It is inconsistent. Why inconsistent? Because we do not get any solution, right? If we get the solution, then we can say it is the consistent pair of equation. But if we don't get the solution, that is only in the one case, and that is if the two lines are the parallel lines. And for the two lines are the parallel lines, we have this condition, that is a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is not equals to c1 upon c2, right? Now let's move ahead with the another sum, and that is question number 5. Half the perimeter of the rectangular garden, whose length is 4 meter more than its width, is 36. See here, this is very much important. So first of all, let the width of the garden be x and length be y, right? So now see, length is, so what is the length? Y. So y. What does it mean? Is nothing but do is equals to 4. Now what do you mean by more? More is nothing but the plus 4 meter more than its width. Its width. What is the width then? What is the width? So width is nothing but the x, that we know. So this is the one equation. Right, this is the one equation. If x comes onto the another side, it becomes minus, so it is nothing but the y minus x is equals to 4. So that is our first equation. Now let's move ahead. Now a perimeter, see here the comma is given. So in this comma, in this is the one sentence, this is the one sentence, and this one is the second statement. So now the half of the perimeter of the rectangular garden. So what is the perimeter of the rectangular garden? So perimeter of the rectangle is nothing but the 2l plus b. So l is nothing but the x and b is nothing but the y. Is half of the perimeter is given. Half of the perimeter. This is the full perimeter. So what is the half perimeter? Half perimeter is nothing but the divided by 2. Is means what? Is equals to. Is means what? Is equals to. Is 36. Is 36. So 2 and 2 cut. So what is the answer? X plus y is equals to 36. So here x plus y is equals to 36, right? Once again, let's see this, how we can form the equation is very much important. If you know how to form the equation, this method of solutions are very much easier, right? If you can practice it, you know. But the very important thing is you need to know how to form the equations. So let's see once again. Length is 4 meter. Now length means what? Y. See here, we already assume that a length is y. So y. Is means what? Is means what? Is means is equals to 4 more. 4 means 4. More means what? Plus. Then its width. So what is the width? Width is nothing but the x, right? Now x goes on to the another side, it becomes minus. So y minus x is equals to 4. See here, that is the first equation. Now let's talk about the second one. Here the comma is important, right? So from the comma, this statement and this statements are the different. So half of the perimeter of the rectangular garden. So half of the perimeter, what is the perimeter? So 2 into L plus B. Here L is y and this is going to be the x divided by 2. Is means what? Is means what? Is equals to 36. Now 2 and 2 cut. So y plus x is equals to 36. Y plus x is equals to 36 is the another equation. Now from the very first lecture we know how to get the points. To plot the points we need, to plot the graph we need at least 2 points. Right? If we get the 2 points, our job is done. So let's check. See here, we need to move x onto the another side. So minus becomes plus. So y is equals to x plus 4. Now if I put x is equals to 0, if I put x is equals to 0, y is equals to what? 4. Because y is equals to 0 plus 4. But instead of 0, if I put 8, so what is 8 plus 4? It is nothing but the 12. So value of y is 12. Now put the 20. If I put here 20, so 20 plus 4, 24, right? Now in the same manner we need to do here, right? Move the x onto the another side, it becomes minus. So y is equals to 36 minus x, right? So put the value of x is 0, right? So 0, so it becomes 36. So put the value of x is equals to 0, it becomes 36. This is some bit wrong. See here, it is 36, right? It is by mistake written here 4. This is going to be the 36, right? And here 36 and 0. If I put here 36, 36 minus 36, 0. If I put 16, right? So what is 36 minus 16? So 36 minus 16 is nothing but the 20. Nothing but the 20, right? So in this manner we can get this kind of solution and put the plot the graph and you will get this answer, right? Okay, so here that is why 1620 is the solution for our equation, right? Okay, so now let's move ahead with the another sum, and that is given linear equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0. Write another linear equation in two variables such that a geometrical representation of the pair of so formed is intersecting line, parallel line and coincident line. So we need to form these equations. So you can form this kind of equations in number of ways. That is totally upon you, that in which way you want to create the another equation. But for that, these conditions must be satisfied. That is our main motto, or that is our main aim. We need to satisfy these three conditions, and that is compulsorily we need to do that, right? With value you can put anything, but these conditions must be satisfied. So let's see how we can satisfy it. So here one equation is given. And that is 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0. Now another equation I have to form in such a manner that a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2. So you can put any values that you want to put. So first of all I put here the 5x minus, for example, minus 3y plus 9 is equals to 0, right? I put here some value. Now check that out. a1 upon a2 is nothing but the 2 upon 5. b1 upon b2 is 3 upon minus 3. So 3 upon minus 3. So 3 and 3 cut, answer is minus 1. See here 2 upon 5 and here minus 1. So both are not equals. So I form here this equation. In the same manner, you can create your own equations, right? So given linear equation, write the another linear equation in two variables such that geometrical representations are in this manner, right? So one equation I formed here, another equation is formed here as a 2x plus 4y minus 6 is equals to 0. That is why I said you can form this equation in so many ways, but in your convenience, but the condition must be satisfied. See here, this is 2, this is 2, here this is also 2, so 2 is the answer is what? 1, because 2 and 2 cut. Now here it is what? 3, and here it is what? 4. So put the 3 upon 4, we cannot cut that down. So a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2. So I show you here the two different examples how we can form the equation, right? We need to just focus on the different these conditions. Now see here, a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2, but is not equals to c1 upon c2. So you can do one thing here, you can just multiply the coefficient of x and y, just multiply the coefficient of x and y with any particular number, For example, I am going to multiply it here with the 2. For this, I multiply here with the 2. So it is going to be the 4x plus 6y, but you need to put the different value of c. You need to put the different values of c. Here it is 8. So if I put down here rather than 16, except 16, you can put any value. Why? Because the only condition it is not going to be the c1 by c2. So the must condition is you cannot multiply the c by the 2. Right? If you multiply it with the 2, it becomes 16. It becomes 16. So let's see why we don't. So before that, I just put here any value other than 16. So for example, I put here 1. Now let's check. See here, this is the 2, this is the 4, right? See here, okay. Now let's check. A1 is nothing but the 2. So what is the A2? 4, right? B1 is 3. So what is the B2? Is nothing but the 6 divided by 6. Now what is the C1? Minus 8. What is the minus 1? C2. So see here, this is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. But here it is 8. So a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2. a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is not equals to c1 upon c2. But instead I put here 16. Instead I put here 16. What happened? See here, I put here 16, right? So if I put here 16, it is also going to be the 1 by 2. So this condition is going to be there, right? So that is not the thing in the case of parallel lines. So that is why you need to put the different value of the c, that is not equals to 16. Right? Now let's move ahead with the coincident line. What is the meaning of coincident line? See, coincident line means nothing but the a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is equals to c1 upon c2. Right? So this condition has to be satisfied. So you need to multiply this equation with any number. Just multiply this equation with any number, you will get the answer. If I put here, if let me multiply it with the 5. So 5 2s are 10. And this equation multiply it with 2. 5 2s are 10x. 5 3s are 15. 5 3s are 15y. And minus 5 8s are 40 is equals to 0. Now see here, this is the 2. So 2 upon 10. Right? And then 3 upon 15, 8 upon 40, right? So each and every case you will get the 1 upon 5, 1 upon 5 and 1 upon 5. So all the ratios are equal. So it is the coincident line, right? I hope you get this one. Easy sum, right? Now let's move ahead with the another. The only thing you need to do here is the satisfies these conditions, right? Okay, now let's check the question number 5 that we already seen, right? I think it's coming back. Draw the graphs of equation x minus y plus 1 is equals to 0 and 3x plus 2y minus 12 is equals to 0. Determine the coordinates of vertices of a triangle formed by these lines and x-axis and shade the region. So these are the two lines that we formed, that we know how to form. That is why I show you. These are the two lines and this is the x-axis. With these two lines and x-axis, this region is formed. So now let's see how we can form that. So if minus 1 goes on to the minus y goes on to the another side, it becomes plus y, and plus 1 goes on to the another side, it becomes minus, right? So x is equals to y minus 1. Now put the different values of y. So if I put the 1, so 1 minus 1 is nothing but the 0. Okay, now put the 2. Instead of y, put the 2. Instead of y, put the 2. So 2 minus 1 is nothing but the 1. Instead of y, put the 3. So 3 minus 1 is nothing but the 2. So answer is what? Right. So these are the points. In the same manner, you will find out the point over here. And that is 12 minus, instead of x, what we need to put is 0. So 0 multiplied by 2 is nothing but the 0 divided by 3. So 12, it is the 4 3s are. Answer is 0 and 4. Now instead of y, put the 3. So 12 minus 3 2s are 6 divided by 3. Now 12 minus 6 is nothing but the 6. 6 divided by 3 is nothing but the 3. So if you put the value of y3, sorry, here is 2. Here is 2. 6 by 3 is 2. So we will get the 2 over here, right? In the same manner, if you put the 6, you will get the 0. So plot this points. See here, these are the points plotted over here. 0 1, 0 1, then 1 2. This is the 1 2, and then the 2 3. Here is the 2 3, and then form a line. Here 4 0. See here 4 0, 2 3. Here it is, and 0 6. Here it is, right? And you draw this line. You draw this line, and with the x-axis, we will form this triangular region and thus shade it, right? Algebraic method of solving the pair of linear equation: substitution method, elimination method, and cross multiplication method. Now let's check it one by one. So first we'll see the substitution method. Solve the following pair of equation with the help of substitution method. Now the step 1, pick the either of the equation, means either 1 or the 2. Write the one variable in terms of other. Now what does it mean? Okay, now let's check. X plus 2y is equals to 3. Now 2y goes on to the another side, it becomes minus. So x is nothing but the 3 minus 2y. See here, this is the equation number 3. Now put this equation number 3 in equation number 1. Why? Why you cannot put into the equation number 2? Because it is obtained from the equation number 2. And if you put this into the equation number 2, you will get the same numbers on both the side of equals. That means you will come with the nothing. So that is why if you will get the equation from the second equation, you have to put into the first equation. And if you will get the equation from the first equation, you need to put it into the second equation, right? Okay. Now let's move ahead. Now put this value in the equation number 1. So what is equation number 1? And that is this one, right? 7x minus 15y is equals to 2. So instead of x, we need to put the 3 minus 2y. So here I put the 3 minus 2y. So 7 3s are 21, 14, and minus 15 is equals to 3. Now minus 14 minus 15 is nothing but the 29y. And 21 goes on to the another side, it becomes minus. So 2 minus 21. So 2 minus 21 is nothing but the minus 19, right? So here is minus 19. Now minus minus cut from both the side. Now from 19 from the numerator goes on to the denominator. So it becomes y is equals to 19 by 29. Substituting this value of y in equation number 3. Now this value you can put either in third equation, either in second equation, either in the first equation. You will get the same answer. That is totally upon you. In whichever way you will find out it is easier one, you can follow that method. So I am going to put this into the equation number 3 because I think it is easier. So x is equals to 3 minus 2 into y is what? Nothing but the 19 by 29. Now 29 threes are what? It is nothing but the 87 minus 38 divided by 29, and this is going to be the 49. So it is going to be the 49 by 29, right? So here we get the values of, therefore the solution is nothing but the x is equals to 49 by 19 and y is equals to 19 by 29. So that's it for today. Let's meet into the next lecture. Till then, bye bye. See you. Stay home, stay safe, work hard because it's SSC. Bye.